to scrap that from tonight until I am able to fix why it is not playing well. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Maiyegun Live. And thank you so much for joining me. If you have read the caption of this broadcast, the description as well, please. The next to do is to like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Maiyegun today. I know. So I want to say a big thank you once again to everyone who is joining us this evening. So let's start. This afternoon, Asari, in fact, it was actually last night that I had that interview, but it didn't make it to the media until this morning and then afternoon, where Asari came out to clear the air on why he's been ranting, why he decided to attack the Yorubas for whatever deal he had with Tinubu. At some point, he kind of swallowed his accusation. He swallowed that by saying that he will still stand by Tinubu, even if Tinubu run into any trouble in his illegitimate government in Nigeria. But the reason why he is mad is because when the wicked want to remove Fubara, and they have been getting the different court judgments that will continue to destabilize the river states under Fubara, and that with the weakest people have been bragging that they will remove Fubara and nothing will happen. And according to him, something will happen. So we are going to start from that one, but the highlights of tonight's charts going to be interesting though, right? We have another meeting being promoted or being hyped on social media. And this is the meeting between Aliko Dangote, Wale Idun, and Tinubu, of course. Remember that we were saddled with like endless videos of the meetings between the same trio, Tinubu, Aliko, and Wale Idun, where they were talking about the crude oil for Naira agreement. And it was supposed to start from the 1st of October this month. I happen to be one of those who told you that they are just deceiving themselves and deceiving you too. I just don't understand how a supposed quota system billionaire, Aliko Dangote, could be playing around or playing along with all these shenanigans. Dangote was supposed to enjoy some home privilege after completing 45 to 50% of his own refinery. He was promised crude oil by Bukwari's government. And the campaign back then was that the moment Dangote refinery starts working, the Nigerian government will stop importing and the Nigerian Naira will become stronger. But it's been over 18 months or nearly 18 months that Tinubu's regime, they've come on board. And it's been over a year as well that the Dangote refinery seems to have gotten to 50% completion, which according to them is more than enough to cater for Nigeria's domestic need, petroleum need, which would have ordinarily saved Nigeria the huge amount of subsidy being paid to some minute few, the corruption of subsidy. let me kind of break it down for you to understand this better before we get to another meeting they had today. Okay. So APC, Egbekebe, told Nigerians that Nigerian refineries are not working. After Buhari borrowed $2 billion to fix the refineries, still, none of them is able to refine a teaspoonful of crude oil to this day. Rather, they continue to import and pay subsidy. So when Tinubu came in and said subsidy was gone, to some people, it was a bold decision. But I came here to say it was a lie and still a lie. What Tinubu did was to replace the beneficiary, those who were collecting the subsidy back then, under Buhari, to his own guys, which later came to light of their own mixing or whatever, blending refinery in Malta, which also record shows that Nigeria has imported over $2.5 billion worth of petroleum product from Malta, from a company that is also linked to the same Tinubu. So kind of confirm what I have said myself, that it didn't stop subsidy. They only changed the beneficiary, the people they are paying it to. Today, they're now paying it to Ohando. And rather than call it a subsidy, fuel subsidy, they now call it dollar subsidy, which is that they pay them in dollars, okay, for bringing fuel to Nigeria. It is such a black, dirty deal that is so dark, put it that way, dark, dirty deal that Tinubu initiated. And there's no way this was never going to work against the Dangote, obviously. Also, even though they told you then that since Nigeria is producing crude oil, Dangote will never lack crude oil for its refinery. What they didn't tell you then was that Buhari and his gang, they have already mortgaged whatever their own share from the oil exploration in Nigeria with a stipend loan that they took 4 years ago. Now, that loan means that the share of Nigeria from the crude oil exploration in Nigeria will be going straight to this lender and not Dangote. So when Dangote's refinery was partially ready, there was no crude oil, right? So Dangote had to kind of start importing crude oil from countries like America, from Texas in America, Brazil, and I started talking about making some deals with other oil-producing countries in Africa, but there was none. How could a refinery in Lagos find it difficult to get crude oil from Niger Delta? What happened? Because the share of Nigeria from that crude oil has been mortgaged. They've collected the money. They've spent it. And these people, until they get the equivalent of money they gave to Buhari, Dangote will not have access to any crude oil. But the fraud continued. The lies continued. So they came out to say that Dangote refinery is not ready. Dangote refinery's product is not pure. And this was kind of like a state coordinated attack on him. So Tinubu waded in. Remember, that was the meeting they had sometimes in August. Then in September, the Tinubu's gang, they organized another show-off ceremony where they said Dangote refinery will begin to lift, tankers will begin to lift petroleum product from Dangote refinery, all bought by NNPCL. Another scam, by the way, but this is the backstory. So Dangote said they won't be selling directly to marketers. Rather, it will sell to NNPCL because they are the only ones who can buy at the price that Dangote will sell. So last, it became obvious that because Dangote imported this crude oil, the amount he's selling his own per liter of petroleum is even more than the landing cost of the imported fuel. A dilemma again. So Dangote, what would you need to be able to sell your own products at least a little bit cheaper? Give me access to crude oil. Give me crude oil that I was promised when I was building this refinery. I was told that I will have access to crude oil. I will be given 600,000 barrels of crude oil every day. But there is no 600,000 barrels of crude oil anywhere for Dangote. But to continue the scheme, Dangote and these guys, they met with Tinubu. They said Tinubu waded in, okay? And he ordered from October 1st, you, NNPCL, you must give Dangote the crude oil he needs to refine. Lies. I said that here, okay? October came. I was expecting them to start, no story, just start showing the crude oil they are giving to Dangote. And we said it here as well that instead of forcing people to buy a liter of petroleum for 1,200 Naira because of the whole corruption surrounding this importation of petroleum product to Nigeria, how about you kind of discount the crude oil you give to Dangote? If the promise you made a few years back is anything to go by, APC, but because it was all lies, cover up, and so on, and Dangote himself will not be so clean and honest with any of you. So what did they do? They started another story, which up till now, a lot of you probably have not been able to ask them what is really going on. So from the 1st of October, they were supposed to be giving Dangote crude oil. But like I said, there's no crude oil to give to Dangote per se. See, there is a part where they are supposed to be giving Nigeria from the IOCs, right? International oil companies to be giving Nigeria about 300,000 barrels of crude oil, right? For the local refineries. But because it has been mortgaged, okay, there's no crude oil for Dangote, there's no crude oil for anyone. Okay, but they still kind of have a way around where they have been twisting these IOCs to give them some crude oil so that they can use that to pursue their propaganda, make it look legit. That's why I said, I don't know why somebody that invested $20 billion in a refinery will be playing along with these criminal politicians if he is not a criminal himself. Okay, so Dangote was given 2 oil blocks. They told him that if you need crude oil, you would have to kind of pump it out by yourself. And that would require him investing maybe another $4 to $5 billion to be able to actually extract his own crude oil. And all these stories will disappear. But because of what they have shown him so far, he is not interested. He is not willing to invest that amount of money in his own, oil block. So, it's been 29 days now. Sometimes the Tinubu's gang, they will put it on social media and say, oh, Dangote refinery has received 400,000 barrels of crude oil. And then people will ask, okay, what happened to that 400,000 barrels? At least Dangote, if Nigeria gave you 400,000 barrels, normally they were supposed to be giving him 350,000 barrels. Originally, it was supposed to be 680,000 barrels, but because the refinery is only about 50% completed, right? So which means Dangote's refinery can still make do with 300,000 minimum barrels every day. So if they fulfilled that, Dangote will not lack crude oil. And as we speak, they could actually influence how much he sells his products. But because it's so shady, it's so fraudulent, and they continue to import, Dangote had to go to court too. Yeah, he had to go to court to sue NNPC, some other importers, and sue them to the court should withdraw their licenses, the import licenses. Imagine that. He also sued the agency that issued the licenses to this guy to import a product to Nigeria. So how can you say you have settled this issue? Because Tinubu intervened, right? And then here you are back in court asking court to stop these guys from importing fuel, and everybody should come and buy from you. So it is so shady that, I mean, you can go on and on and on and on, but you shouldn't, because the moment you know that this is a pure fraud, corruption at play, you won't waste your energy, right? But here is the deal. Dangote is probably in on it. Somehow, he's making his own money, because whatever he's refining is in his refinery. Whatever he is refining, he's selling them to other African countries. Just that the deal he expected Nigeria to fulfill is that you will give me crude oil, I will pay you in Naira. And listen, this Naira for crude oil deal is also shady. Yeah, let's assume that they are even able to give him the crude oil. Here is the supposed deal. If a barrel of crude oil is sold for example, $80, so Dangote would have to pay it in Naira. You get that now? He would have to pay Naira equivalent. Since the Nigerian Naira is now like so trashy, okay? So Dangote does not want to deal in Naira. To him, it's like, if I'm going to sell my products, I'm not going to sell it in Naira. He's supposed to sell to you in Naira. Everybody buying there should buy in Naira. But you will also be paying through your noses due to the exchange rate. And that is why he said, personally said, a liter of petroleum from his own refinery. This is where the confusion can be very confusing, okay? Now you get the crude oil. So let's say the barrel of crude oil is $70 at the international market. The government can just give it to him for maybe $30. By so doing, you have already halved whatever Dangote is going to come around and charge. Now, if the cost of producing refining the crude oil ordinarily at $70 per barrel would be 58 cents or 60 cents, which ordinarily would have been somewhere around somewhere around 900 Naira or 850 Naira per liter. In that sense, it would have been for the other marketers who are going to buy and sell from him. Maybe they will sell for maybe 900 Naira or 1,000 Naira at $70 per barrel. So if you have that, that means Dangote can sell his own final product. He can sell it at least 350 Naira to 400 Naira. So by that, you can continue to buy for 500, and in some far distance places, you can be buying a liter for 600 Naira per liter. And that can reflect on other things like transportation, like other businesses that are running on petrol and fuel like that, right? Generate alternative energy, something like that. So that would have reflected on the entire economy. But because there is no real crude oil to sell to Dangote, and where there is, it is just for the main propaganda that if they give Dangote 400,000 barrels, are they selling it to him at $70 per barrel, $80 per barrel in Naira, converted to Naira? Okay, so how much of that have they sold him? So it's pretty much like, it is so shady, like I said, there are all these questions, they have no answer. But the only answer that you can easily just use here is that Dangote is in on this old scam too. So Tinubu's intervention did not change anything. It is just for the camera, the show off, nothing more. That's the only reliable answer you can get from all of this. If you have 1 million questions to ask about this whole thing, that is the only answer you can get. The whole thing is just for the camera and nothing but for the camera. Because from their own statements that we have on record, Dangote's oil, Dangote's petrol from his own refinery is even more expensive than the imported ones. So the oil marketers themselves have come out to say they can't really make profit by buying from Dangote. So Dangote is believed that, okay, majority of my oil is imported crude oil, which I bought in dollars. With the level of exchange rate, I can't sell less, except Nigeria will pay me subsidy, and they can then go and sell it at whatever price they want to. So Dangote again was at the villa the As Rock Villa today, like it was in August, in September, in October, this month, is back again. And his own, what do you call his own presser was that if people are suffering from scarcity in Nigeria today, it is because the marketers, the oil marketers in Nigeria, they were not buying from him. Remember, he told us a few weeks back that he was not ready to sell to the marketers. He can only sell to the NNPCL. NNPCL came out and said, oh yeah, marketers should go and buy directly from Dangote. After that, the marketers themselves came out and said, we have already given over 20 billion naira of our money to the NNPCL, waiting for them to supply us the products that we paid for. Now, they are not supplying us the product. They are telling us to go and find another money and buy from Dangote. And with the price Dangote is offering us, we cannot. It's not profitable for us. So they are pushing Nigerians here, pushing them back and forth. No one is really willing to give you the real answer. But the importation of petroleum to Nigeria continues. I'm talking about at the highest level. So today, as part of their supposed lies, that nothing is going to really come out of, right? First, there is another announcement of increase in price of petroleum in Nigeria, even though the increase is just about 21 naira, 20 naira. But in reality, they said that NNPCL is selling its own liter of petroleum at 995 naira per liter. But if you go out there, you have to pay up to 1,100, 1,200 naira per liter. That is because all of you can see or buy from the NNPCL, right? The demand for petroleum products in Nigeria has reduced by over 50%. Because a lot of people that can no longer afford, businesses that can no longer afford this expensive fuel, some of them have folded up, others have abandoned their cars. Now they've increased it again. Now, if NNPC says their own is no longer 950 naira anymore, it is now 1,025 naira in Lagos. Outside Lagos, like Abuja, it is now 1,070 naira from NNPC. So we have no idea what other independent marketers will sell their own, but you probably should have an idea, even though a lot of you don't even buy it anymore. You've already kind of abandoned the filling stations and all that. So Dangote, who met with Tinubu's regime that has been campaigning for CNG. Remember that. They have been campaigning for CNG this, CNG that. Go and convert your car to CNG. Go and convert your generator to CNG. They met with Dangote. Though, I think I'll show you this one first. Then I'll show you what Dangote himself had to say. All of this, they are just to further keep all of you in the state of confusion. Total confusion. There will never be any cheap fuel in Nigeria. I think that is clear now. Abi?
Please. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of our meeting. I think it is very, very important because today we are going to discuss some crude and refined products for our consumption. As one knows, it's a very important. The NNPC chiefs, our local ministers, the Minister of Finance and the Minister of the Economy, and also the Minister of
Really sorry about that, okay? The audio was like going back and forth and all that, all right? But at least you've seen their faces. Yeah, that's the demo. The demo. Demo mowa. Orowo mi orinu mi. Demo ni mowa. It's a song about hypocrisy, where people will be like, you can see my hand, but you don't see my inside. You cannot actually see what I am thinking. Strange bedfellows, deceiving Nigerians, making it look like they are working together to, you get. Tinubu already told you, be ready to pay 1,200 naira per liter for petrol, or go and pay 200 naira per meter for CNG. So Dangote himself had this to say after all of that show of, because this is going to be like their 5th meetings in just 3 months. And it's all about Dangote refinery, give Dangote refinery crude oil, and Dangote refine crude oil and sell the product to Nigerians. They are not looking for how to cut it down. That's the point. The point here is that you could have a cheap fuel in Nigeria, at least for the economic recovery. It is something that the government can do, but they are not telling you the whole truth. The whole truth. It is the cheapest they can do by saying, you know what, whatever it's going to take. We need to stop importing fuel. This guy said he can give us, Dangote said he can give Nigeria up to 500 million liters of petrol. That's more than what you need. That's a lot. But at what price? How much? That's the question. How much? 1,200 naira per liter. That's not helping you. That is not going to give you cheap transportation. That is not going to cut down the cost of living. As you all know that almost 90 to 100% of your existence is linked to whatever the price of petrol is in Nigeria. So if you want to make a policy, an impactful policy on the people, right? The first thing you do is to possibly try to cut down the cost of transportation, the cost of production of anything in that place, Abi. And that is, you can cut the price of the petroleum by half. I'm not saying they should take you back to 200 naira per liter. That is probably never going to be possible anymore, okay? Because of the destroyed Naira, all right? But that your Naira can actually gain strength. I'm talking about the whole stress on it, which IMF and the World Bank will probably not be happy with, okay? So by just using this Dangote, just being honest with you, just use this Dangote for 6 months by insisting that, listen guys, I think we've had enough. This greed needs to stop now. We need to stop feeding the greedy and start looking after the needy. Here you get, all of you have made so much money, okay, for the next 6 months, right? I want us to provide this guy the amount of crude oil he needs and ensure that he refines cheap oil. For Dangote will make a lot of money, yes, but the cost of living in Nigeria will also be reduced. It is not a rocket science, but because these guys are running what is called the chronic capitalism, selfish capitalism, where I have no idea what they want to do with all this money. I have no idea. The crude oil is there. Give it to him for half price. I'm not saying give it to him for free. Half price. If it is $80 per barrel in the world market, now we'll not get them. The deal is that, you know what? Dangote, you'll get it for $30. But you're going to do something for us. We don't care how much of it you are. We don't care how much you are going to make selling this oil to other African countries. But you know what? This is how much we want you to sell it in Nigeria. And we are actually going to need you to refine as much as possible that in the next 2-3 years, we can keep the price same and get the economy back on track, get businesses that are dying, get them back on track. So once people are able to afford things, then you can begin to sort of say, okay, you know what, guys, we are going to begin to reverse this thing little by little now. That's I mean, it's your crude oil. You can't sell it to him for exchange rate of 1,700 naira to $1, and then you are selling. I mean, so you can't sell it, sell him a crude oil at the price of the world market, $80 per barrel, when $1 in Nigeria is 1,700 naira. Now you go pay. Now people go pay. Dangote will have nothing to lose. Now you will pay. So if your government that is making the policy can see that, why are they meeting? But he is talking about scarcity, this scarcity, that. Listen to him. This is Dangote.
We are producers. I have a refinery. I'm not in the business of retail. If I'm in the business of retail, then you hold me responsible. But what I'm saying is that the retailers should please come forward and pick. If they don't come forward and pick, what do you want me to do? That's nothing that I can do. So I am expecting either NNPC or the marketers to stop importing. They should come and collect. We have what they need. And, as they remove, I'll be pumping. I don't know whether you understand what it takes to keep 500 million liters inside our tank. It's costing me money. Every day, if I will be able to collect the Naira, I can actually charge somebody 32% in interest. So right now, that's what I'm losing. And you are talking about 500 billion. We don't print money. But the issue is that if they come and collect, then you will not see any queues in the filling stations. We have what it takes for them to come and collect. We are not retailers. We also don't have trucks to send. We have a factory where we can load. If they come and pick, they will go and distribute. And they've been doing that with importation. So if they have been doing that with importation, if it's true they are doing 55 million, I see no reason why they won't come and collect our own and distribute. We are...
That was him there saying he's got 500 billion liters. That all it takes is for them to come and buy it from him. Remember that a few weeks back, the same Dangote said he is not selling to any marketer. He will sell it to NNPCL only. And the NNPCL will determine how much they want to sell it to everybody. So he's now saying that, is that not what they are doing? When they import fuel to Nigeria, the marketers will go to the person who imported and they will take it. And they will pay. So why can't they do that to him? He's not being honest. He knows why. Because according to them, the imported one is cheaper. He said the imported fuel is adulterated, is bad for your engine and all of that. Then he's talking about scarcity. We all know that the scarcity is not because there's no fuel in Nigeria. It is because they need to increase the price. And every now and then they are increasing the price. More and more people are dropping their car keys. More and more people are holding up their businesses because they can't afford to run on alternative power. Since the Nigerian electricity is always epileptic as well. This is where somebody like me have the problem with all these guys. They are dishonest. They are not straightforward. It's like they are just playing games with your lives. Every day people ask questions. What is this people? What are they doing? What are they doing to help us? No, they are working day and night to make your life miserable, hellish. Bombarding you with CNG this, CNG that. Go and buy CNG. You need CNG. Now CNG therein now. Now CNG this and that. When they can give you cheap fuel, they can. But they won't. To import fuel to Nigeria, you need dollars. And with the trashy Naira that they have destroyed, the floated Naira, as much as your Naira continue to fall, the cost of importing fuel will continue to rise. So something they have in their own backyard is being ignored because according to them, it's more expensive. Why can't Dangote say that? This is how much I'm selling my liter. This is why they don't want to buy from me. What is the essence of the meeting with Tinubu? Oh, Naira, crude oil for Naira. This is lie. This is a pure lie. He knows that. If you ask him, Dangote, Tinubu ordered these people, and all over the media, it was all over the media, that they should start giving you crude oil from the 1st of October. Now, this is 29th of October. How much crude oil have they given to you so far? He won't answer. He won't. Because except for their media propaganda, that they will tell you, oh, they gave him 400,000. Oh, we gave him 300,000. That's not the deal. The deal was that every day you will give Dangote 300,000 barrels of crude oil for his refinery. So what is the deal? If you give him crude oil, did he pay in Naira? And how much did you charge him? So if Dangote collected crude oil in Naira, and you collected the money, is that not going to reflect in how much Dangote is going to say he want to sell his own petrol, diesel, and others? So is that why his product is so expensive? There are some of you marketers, you are ignoring him and you are going after the imported one. Imported by NNPC. They're just playing you like this. So yeah, they've increased the price again. And the least you can get is just what? Probably will dump your car too. Since they said that the patronage, the demand for petroleum products from these filling stations in Nigeria has dropped. They have dropped so drastically that it's so obvious. So what hue is Dangote talking about? I'll leave you to it. Now going forward, Asari Dokubo also came out last night to come and clear the air on why he was ranting and blaming the Yorubas for betraying him when the person that betrayed him or whatever it is the man he made a deal with. God knows what the deal was. Tinubu. So he was on Arise TV last night, and the conversation. Let's take the conversation in peace now. Here, the first part.
For the Niger Delta ministry being scrapped, since you said you would be taking responsibility.
That is why I am crying out. That is why I am crying out. Because I am vigorously liable to any infraction of the exploitation of the Nigerian people, not just Niger Delta people. Because I stood in front of everybody. And I'm not going to deny what I said. Even if it is tomorrow, Ahmed Bola Tinubu encounters any problem, difficulty, I will still stick out my neck and stand. Because at the time he stood for me, I would have been dead. I would not have been in this program talking to you. Obasanjo would have killed me. If not for people like Ahmed Bola Tinubu who stood by me and did everything for me.
Well, Asari Dokubo.
So I am not going to...
Remember he said, everything we did for them, these Yoruba people, everything we did for them, they never appreciated us. We will now go and make a deal with the North. With the North, with our forefathers, our you know, a few days ago. Oh, I didn't even know that Asari Dokubo also paid. He said he spent $2 million. Hey, number one, does anybody knows what is Asari's job or business? Because in Nigeria, right, majority of them have they are billionaires without any invention or any business. Because they are all making their money from the most shadiest ways you can come, criminal ways. So Asari Dokubo said he spent $2 million. What did he spend the money on? To buy votes? He is from Rivers State, I believe. Where did Asari see $2 million? I don't know. This is me. You know me. I like asking all these rhetoric questions, like, just keep asking questions that I know I will never get answers. Somehow I kind of know the answer. Is he into oil bunkering himself? Is he into kidnappings? Or what is Asari's business exactly? And where did he spend the $2 million? He said he won't even be able to tell you how much he spent in Naira. And I've been racking my brain to say, okay, like, I don't understand. But he said primarily the reason why he's so angry with Tinubu is because of what they are doing in Rivers State, especially with Wike plotting to remove Fubara. That they said they will remove Fubara and nothing will happen. That if they try it, if they remove Fubara, something will happen. Because he never collected any money to support Tinubu except the 300 million naira he collected from someone. 300 million naira. Are Baba, these guys have so much blood, illicit money flowing everywhere in that place. Money enough to actually burn down that country. I'm serious. The amount of money that these guys are moving about is enough for them to form their different militia group and all of that, and they could declare war anytime, any day. They will have enough resources to fund it. Listen to this.
The country today. And to still go back to your matter with him, you said you emptied your bank account, you spent a lot of money, and Tinubu is there in Abuja. You are not benefiting anything. So what would you like to benefit from him? Now that you helped him, you supported him, and he's there. He has forgotten people who supported him.
To my broadcast, if you had listened to my broadcast in full, I met President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. I met him, both in camera and behind camera. And he asked me, are you interested in pipeline? He will be listening now. And I told him, I'm not interested in pipeline. He's alive. I told him, I am not interested. But I can assist those who are doing the pipeline contract in any way I can for your government to succeed. But I'm not interested. So I never said that it was personal gain I was looking for. I clearly said in all my broadcasts that my needs are very small. My needs are very small. So what I'm trying to say, and it's very clear, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu becoming president, I should be able to tell him the truth. And what is happening in Rivers State, where President Ahmed Bola Tinubu is supporting Nyesom Wike to destabilize Rivers State, to disturb the peace of Rivers State. And as a stakeholder in Rivers State, I feel disappointed, totally disappointed, for the president to allow his minister serving under him to run amok, procure judgments, and all sorts, threatening the people of Rivers State, because what they are trying to do is, we are going to remove FOBRA and nothing will happen. And I'm saying that if you remove FOBRA, something will happen. If you try to remove FOBRA, something will happen. And that is it. That is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking of any personal benefit. I cannot be appointed minister. I cannot be appointed into any board. I did not lobby for any board. I did not lobby for anything. So, it's not personal, like I said. Yes, I emptied my bank account. I spent over $2 million US. I cannot even count in Naira what I spent. And I did not take a dime from him or anybody except 10 Jackeries who gave me 300 million Naira.
All right.
The country today. And to still go
Who is 10 Jackeries? Because I don't know if I heard him right. Except for 10 Jackeries who gave me 300 million naira. For what? Then Tinubu really spend money for this his presidency. Chai. If they were able to give Asari, no wonder Asari was like, if Bola Tinubu failed, hold me responsible. You say, if Bola Tinubu failed, hold me responsible. That's all right.
I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
You say?
I say, if Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
Thank you.
The job people are already angry that this is the worst government.
We have just started.
We must learn a lesson. This man!
You're going to trust man.
This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. Since 1992, when I encounter you, I don't think this is the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. That calls me his friend, and I call him my friend, and calls me my son, and I call him my father. This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know.
My conclusion is that Asari get choco, Asari know well, Asari get mental problem, but within it as well, okay, there's some things like somebody said that one is APC, the Jackery, what's that name again? 300 million naira. Somebody gave him 300 million naira. Is that from Tinubu as well? Or because if I was there, I would probably probe further. I say, Alaji, 300 million naira for what? And $2 million for what? Like, is it to print posters? To pay for TV advert? Or, I mean, please, can you elaborate further? You know, but he said he's not doing it because Tinubu asked him if he wanted a pipeline contract. I say, Nigeria is not a real place. You know, Nigeria oil producing country. Nigeria that have the military, the Air Force, the Navy, the civil defense, and all kind of paramilitary cannot provide security for their own infrastructures. The contract is meant for thugs and criminals like Asari Dokubo. Non-state actors, they call them. It's a problem, man. Forget it. And with this amount of money available in the hands of some of these guys, Baba, they can do anything. They can decide to kill all of us, gone. That's how much money they have. Yeah. In this poverty-stricken contraption, it's easier to recruit as many poor people as possible. You tell them they are fighting a just war, and then before you know, they will start killing everybody, bombing everywhere. Oh my God. Anyway, let's move on again. The guy that assaulted the boat driver yesterday has come out to tender an apology. But you remember they told us that he's been arrested. Now that's a lie. He was never arrested. That dishonorable guy, Alex Mascot. I don't know why I keep saying Moscow. Mascot. Today, he was at the National Assembly, well dressed, right? With his AI generated apology. And he started with, I am human. I was provoked. Nobody provoked this guy. His apology is a sorry case, man. Then his colleagues started talking about the whole issue where they said they are going to set up a committee and all that. I mean, listen.
I just want to state once again that I am human. Even though there was things were said, and those things I regret. I apologize to all Nigerians. Regardless of the provocation, there should be no reason why I should react in that form. So I want to use this opportunity to appeal to all Nigerians. Let us let what has happened remain in the past, and let us forge forward. I just want to state once again that I am human.
I am human. And all the things that I said shouldn't have been said. You threatened just to make somebody disappear. Then you dress eloquently, I mean, like, a big man that you are, to address his fellow colleagues, his fellow, rogues. And this is how they reacted. There is one of them that was like, no, we cannot tolerate this kind of behavior. This is totally unacceptable. But Benjamin Kalu was like, let us not be in haste of suspending him. I have kind of put all of it together like a collection, okay? Instead of putting it in pieces. Watch this.
And we all have to be very careful where you go, who we talk to, how we talk to people, how we relate to people. And sometimes you stoop to conquer just to allow peace to reign, not just in your own personal interest, but the interest of the larger body of the institution. And we have a responsibility to Nigerians to build this institution to where it would, when we hand over to those that will come before us, they will have reasons to be proud of us. Our goal is to hand to them a banner without stain. I want to say that what has been in the news, we all probably already know about it, that our member, Honorable Mascot Ikweche, had an altercation with a hailing cab driver, an Uber driver. It is not my job to begin to analyze the video that we have all seen or to analyze the commentary. But I have a responsibility to say that this House will not sit and accommodate any aberration. In fact, if you look at Order 5E, it sets out very clearly how the House should deal with anybody, any sort of infraction, aberration, or misconduct by a member of the House.
Mr. Speaker, the issue of insecurity in this country and the discussion in these hollow chambers is becoming very, very monotonous. We come here, we discuss insecurity. There is no day we sit and in our other paper you don't see motions, urgent importance on security issues. We stand every day, now not even up to a minute of silence again. 20 seconds, minutes of silence because of the rate of insecurity and killings. But yet, every year, the largest chunk of the appropriation that is passed by this House goes to security in terms of resources. And the result of it is not commensurate. Mr. Speaker, there was an information over the social media that the sponsors of kidnappers and Boko Haram has been identified. And up till now, no name has been mentioned. No one has been prosecuted. Are they spirits? Mr. Speaker, I think we've done a lot of talking. According to our rules, we cannot act according to
what everyone wants us to do. We are guided by our rules, and our rules remains that if at any point we feel that the integrity, the dignity of the parliament, has been threatened, has been scratched, we investigate through our internal structure in the eyes of principles of natural justice, which is ora partem, which is let both parties be heard, which is fair hearing. That is what we put in our rules. It is not good for us to judge, ahead of time and take rash decision. Therefore, in line with the prayers of the leader of the House, that this matter be referred to the Committee on Ethics and Privilege for him to be heard. His appeal was very emotional, very touching, shows remorse. I was touched hearing it from here, but that is not enough. I know you will.
And we all have to be very careful.
Did he say he acted like very remorse, very touching? God damn it, man. Let me show you again. The man that was very touchy, very remorse, and then again. Because I didn't see a remorseful person. Somebody who threatened to kill someone or make them disappear, who called his fellow citizen a monkey, a rat, and other unprintable names. I did not see a remorseful person in this individual. Did you? I mean, my eyes, they kind of pain me. His apology is so pedestrian. Yeah, I know that some of you will be like, hey, don't say sorry now. If you don't say sorry, that's enough. Maybe not. Because what you did is called assault. So just saying, I am sorry now. I said I am sorry. I mean, what else do you want me to do? Do you want to kill me? No. Nobody needs to kill you. I didn't see a remorseful person in this guy. Did you?
I just want to state once again that I am human. Even though there was things were said, and those things I regret. I apologize to all Nigerians. Regardless of the provocation, there should be no reason why I should react in that form. So I want to use this opportunity to appeal to all Nigerians. Let us let what has happened remain in the past, and let us forge forward. Is
that a remorseful person? Oh dear. Well, what can you do? What are you gonna do? Do you remember that video of Uju Kennedy? Right before she got sacked, and she was talking to this woman whose children were sexually assaulted. 4-year-old girl sexually assaulted by a man, and she went to the police station, right? And this one I haven't shown you, right? But I'm going to share it with you because of the conversation that transpired. I was told that this was before she was sacked, okay? Typical.
Doesn't matter. Let us get order. Let us get. It has not been confirmed. Listen.
It's a case that is beyond the division.
We must get order to remind him and investigation
will
continue.
It's a directive from my DPO that all the parties should be transferred to state to CID.
Let me speak to your.
Do you understand? I cannot flood the directive of my DPO.
Let me call you later. I will call your IG now.
I can't do that. You can call the IG. It's a directive. You don't direct me.
So call him on the phone. I want to speak.
I said you don't direct me.
This thing you are doing is going to cause problem of the
Nigerian, what I am doing the right thing. I am doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. A case of development is beyond this office.
Talking about the
I'm doing the right thing.
Before you keep somebody, the next thing that you will release.
You can't direct
a defining order. You can't direct order to keep it.
Highest you can do is to remove me from this place, but you can't direct me. And I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. Yes.
Where are the people? I'm
doing the right thing. Yes, let's go there.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm not doing anything illegal.
A child of 4 years was defiled, raped several times, and the police is trying to cover up this issue. This is happening live in Gwarimpa.
Give it to me.
This is happening live in Gwarimpa. A child.
360.
This is happening live in Gwarimpa. A child of 4 years was defied by a man.
Hello? Hello, DPO, good afternoon.
I take direction from my...
Respect for the minister, please.
Don't mind him.
Abba.
Hello, good afternoon. Excuse me, okay? Stop interfering on what I'm saying. I'm talking. What is the matter with you?
A girl of 4 years was defiled by her teacher in school. A very young girl. This is happening live in Gwarimpa. The Minister of Women Affairs is there to intervene for this child.
Good afternoon.
A girl child of 4 years.
Please, I came here because I got a petition. Are you understanding my point? And usually, the fear of the people that their child was defiled was that the police was about to release the people. And we know the law. You can't keep this man here for more than 24 hours in normal circumstances. Okay? Are you understanding me? That is the law, which you know and I know. I came here so that we will all go to court. Let us get first remand notice so that you people will continue with your investigation. That is it. And I left what I was doing to come here, and this one that is acting in righteous man, you're walking. And I'm listening.
Life in Gwarimpa as the Minister of Women Affairs intervened on behalf of the 3-year-old girl that was molested by her teacher. Not just molested, she was severally raped by her male teacher, and the police is about to release the man. The minister got this information and swept into action. This is for Nigerians to be aware. At this point, the minister is making all the necessary calls.
Four-year-old girl. I know. Nigeria is a place where if it happens to you, there is no law to protect you per se. And depends on those involved. That is why I think many people will resort to jungle justice, something where if you can't really get justice, then you resort to jungle justice. Few days after that video, she got removed as minister. They should have made her Iyaloja general, like Folashade Tinubu, so to say. But I mean, rape, assault. If it happens to the children of the rich, Papa, you know, if you turn the table, the scenario is different, right? Let's say somebody who is a poor person sexually harassed the daughter of a politician. Around that time, the law will take its full course. But if a politician assaults the citizen, then the law will become not only blind, but deaf and dumb and crippled as well. It won't even move at all. It is what Nigeria is. So don't let us rush in suspending this guy. It's honorable. You can see he's emotional. He's not happy. Hey, from all he said, I'm talking about a mascot now, Alex. Not only that, he said he will pay people 50 million naira to make this guy disappear. He said, no, I'm not even going. Do you think I'm going to call my policeman to beat you? No, I will beat you myself. I will tie you there. I will tie your leg and tie your hand. I will put you in my generator house. I will put you in my dog house. I will. And the reason why he's sorry is because he was caught. Somebody recorded it. The victim recorded it and he made it to the social media. That is why he's sorry. If not, sorry about me. Sorry. Do you know who you are talking to? Do you know who you are talking to? And all that stuff. You know? But that is the National Assembly. This afternoon, I kind of brought it to your attention that Tinubu said tax. The Northern Nigeria are now claiming that they have been the most hit by Tinubu's taxation and taxes. One of them was with Sheung this evening. He's a governor. Talking about why the North is rejecting Tinubu's new taxes and why they don't want him to pass all this new tax reform. Tinubu is not sending any. Oh, hang on, before we even get to that. Do you know that 23 communities, as the latest now, 23 communities have been ransacked, and the people in those communities have been chased away. They are now on their way to any distance refugee camps away from their ancestral land in Niger State, Kotangora local government area. Well, a member of the National Assembly also raised the alarm today by telling everybody that the terrorists have taken over the military training ground. Military training ground in Kotangora in Niger State is now being controlled by terrorists. So which means military no dead here. They no bomb military well to actually go there and say, no, this is our land. 23 other communities in the area have been emptied by these terrorists as we speak. It's obvious. The reason why the Northern Nigeria has no electricity for the past 14 days is because the terrorists bombed the power infrastructure from Kaduna to Jos, to Kano, to Sokoto, to Katsina, to Niger. They bombed everything, and that is why they've not had electricity for the past 14 days. The last 9 days has been the hell that has gotten them to kind of speak out and say, this is no longer ordinary. The problem is this. Who is going to go fix it? Because the terrorists are still around. So they have to kind of receive an order from Tinubu, where the Air Force, the military, sorry, the soldiers have been at the army, the Air Force, the TCN, the Ribadol, which is their national security advisor, and then Peculiar Mess, Penkele Mess. Do you also know that in 2019, Nigeria went to China to borrow $5.6 billion in what was then to be a new power project that will generate 3,057 megawatts of electricity. Mambila power project somewhere in Taraba. The Minister of Power in 2019. What's his name again? Something Saleh something. He is currently standing trial for looting the money for the power project. So Nigeria was supposed to pay 33.8 billion naira, and China will pay $5.7 or so billion. And the project was supposed to be completed in 4 years. Guess what? Immediately Nigeria remitted the 33 billion naira. This Saleh guy, you know what he did? The money was transferred to the project, it's called project account. That was the place where they will have to pay the local contractors and all of that stuff, okay? He transferred the money, 33 billion, all of it. Some BDC account, Bureau de Change account in Kano, Kaduna, and Lagos. And in return, those ones paid him in dollars. And he used the money to buy himself properties in Abuja. When the Chinese saw that, they just kept on to their money. No, we can't really work with these people. This person right now is now granting interview, talking about how to fix the power problems in northern Nigeria. It shocked me. He is standing trial for stealing 33 billion at the EFCC right now. But yesterday, he was somewhere talking about how to fix the power problem in the northern Nigeria. 3,057 megawatts of electricity is now a mirage. He is from Taraba State. The project was supposed to be sited in Taraba. It was supposed to take care of all the electricity need, power need of the people of northern Nigeria. But now that they are in darkness, he has an opinion. Sad, honestly, man, like, you cannot explain how the mind of these guys work. Right now, he's fighting the EFCC. Power minister, or minister of power, minister of darkness, that looted money that could have laid the foundation for electricity stability in northern Nigeria. 3,000 megawatts of electricity is now a mirage. So the North believe that they are the most hit by Tinubu's reform, and they can no longer afford to endure another taxation or tax this or tax that from Tinubu. A bag of rice in northern Nigeria right now is alleged to be over 160,000 naira. You heard me right, 160,000 naira for a bag of rice. Who go buy them? Who is going to buy that? They would rather wait for Kolu to come and share the expired rice that they've locked in the warehouse for years, which they are now using as a palliative, because Nigeria is now a palliative country. Listen to Sule. I think he's the Nasarawa governor, talking about this whole dilemma. Listen.
After discussing all these various issues on mining, on agriculture, on this, was this issue of the item. But you see, when the news came, like you are saying, why are the governors of the North against President Tinubu? We cannot bring President Tinubu as a president. And the North came in very heavily in making sure President Tinubu becomes president and turn around again and be against him. In fact, we started by commending him on so many initiatives that he has taken, including this same initiative of the livestock. And we commended him by selecting somebody like Professor Jega, who will come in. So we started by so many commendations of the president. But you know, it's not just APC that were there at the Northern Nigerian Governors Forum. You know, the forum is made up of people from APC, from PDP, from all the other parties. And then there were people who had no parties, the traditional rulers. You know, that we sat down and took the decision together that looking at this law is going to be unfair to the North. By the time you said you are going to take VAT out of the sharing of the FAC, and then now say that it is going to be shared similar to something like, because that's the understanding we have based on the proposal, you know, it's going to be another 13% derivation. So whatever state that is generating more of the VAT is the state that is going to, so exactly similar to this derivation that you have. So the states that have almost no VAT at the moment will end up actually with the shorter end of the states. And you know the 19 states of the North are generating very little when it comes to VAT at the moment. And it is very clear. I work for some of these multinationals. I know how VAT are paid. When we were importing raw materials as Dangote, at the Apapa port, we paid VAT first. Then the finished product, you have another VAT added to it, you know, which the customer is paying. Most of these institutions are paying their VAT from their headquarters. And I give you an example. Coca-Cola. As at the time I was managing director of Dangote Sugar, Coca-Cola had 11 plants. About 50% of the plants are here in the northern part of the country. About 50% are in the southern part of the country. So all the operations that are carried out in all these places, as long as VAT is concerned, is paid at the headquarters, the corporate headquarters total, which is going to be in Lagos. Let me take the North out of it. Take Ibeshe, for instance. Ibeshe Cement is in Ogun State. The main operations is in Ogun, but the headquarters of the Dangote is in Lagos. So because of that, the VAT is actually paid in Lagos. So we're saying the moment you do that, you take it out.
Why I invited you, Governor Sule. Why does it look like you and your friends and your colleagues yesterday, the leaders of the North, were against Bola Tinubu's policy? Is there an explanation for it? Because that is what a lot of people took to town yesterday. But from what I read differently. But explain to us what exactly was the, especially, let's begin with the taxation. How did you arrive at that decision?
Okay. Well, you see, when things go to the media, you have no control over. The issue is that when we came into this meeting, the issue of this taxation of the VAT was even the last item to be discussed. We came in and the Chief of Defense Staff, General Musa, came and took almost an hour briefing us, and then we would discuss about what the northern governors need to do to tackle issue of security in the northern part of the country. And in fact, we now invited another group called the Northern group that came in of former generals and things like that, that came again and briefed us on the security situation in the North. You know, after that, we went into several other issues. For instance, we had Professor Jega that came in and took over an hour briefing us about the wonderful initiative of Mr. President, you know, which is the livestock project. And we discussed it, and we discussed where to go. In fact, we took some time to even look at the NLTP that was started by the former administration, you know, where we said, let us not throw the baby and the bathwater together. And we're looking at that one. So after taking all that, you see, we took time to discuss with the traditional rulers about one of the biggest problems in the North, the Almajiri system that we have. And then we even gave examples, you know, about what some other states have done, the steps they have taken, you know, given by the Sultan, and advising all the states, you know, to go and do exactly what like Gombe and Zamfara has done concerning the issue of the Almajiri. So The last one that we even took, after discussing all these various issues on mining, on agriculture, on this, was this issue of the item. But you see, when the news came, like you are saying, why are the governors of the North against President Tinubu? We cannot bring President Tinubu as a president. And the North came in very heavily in making sure.
Supporting him. So the thing is that they love the VAT money, which is the consumption tax, but they do not want, for example, alcohol, they do not want that in their region, so to say. Tinubu is trying to reform. Tinubu's reform is to channel everything to himself. You understand? Where it will begin to not only increase the taxes that they take, you know, and then more people pay the taxes, including the cobbler, the shoe cobblers, the barrow pushers, the laborers, everyone that is getting paid anything or making anything will have to pay taxes. You must pay taxes to Tinubu. But the thing is that Tinubu will also replace the role of states, where states are taking their taxes. It will be taking the taxes for them and give them back whatever it feels like should be their share. They say they can't allow that. Their people have become so poor, according to this guy, so they have become so poor that any more taxation is going to trigger a serious unrest in northern Nigeria. So therefore, they are sending their own representatives to reject any form of Tinubu's tax reform. And it is not that they are against him. It's just that it is becoming clearer now that, like I said, Tinubu is a weapon fashioned against them. And if they too want to survive as politicians from northern Nigeria, it is high time they stop him. That's actually the point. If we want to survive, if we don't want our people to begin to attack us or burn us down at themselves, right? We'd have to stop this guy. And that doesn't mean that we don't like him. Even though we have been the most affected by his policies, our people have become poorer and they have become agitated to the point that any small thing can trigger anything right now in northern Nigeria. According to some of them, you see the last protest in August, the End Bad Governance protest in northern Nigeria is actually a tip of the iceberg. Things have gone even worse than they were in August. And they are worried. They are worried. But Tinubu just gave them the Ministry of Livestock. The Ministry of Livestock, which is the Ministry of the Fulani terrorists. Because it's like, according to them, if they give the Fulani terrorists their own ministry, there will be no Fulani terrorists attacking farmers anymore. You know what they call the farmers' others clashes, which is not true. It is the Fulani terrorists massacring their farmers and destroying their farms. And the solution, which Bokwari's solution back then was for people to give them their land for peace. Now, Tinubu's solution is to create a ministry for them. And if you lose anything, if your cow is killed or anything at all, you can have some money, compensation paid. Because they believe that this whole thing is about cows. But they do know it's not. The whole thing is about land, expansion, and all that. So, what else do they want from Kolu? You will pay for it. Everybody will pay, even though the South pays more by the statistics available. The South pays more. Now, talking about pay, give me a sec. Let me take a short break.
EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey dey prove don enter for power. EFCC chairman still there for jail. Politician wey in the post don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still dey for jail. Politician wey in the post don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still dey for jail. Politician wey in the post don enter for power. If you dey do government work, you go carry am for head, you. Maka one day, I got bukwa gị na ma olu. Ị na-arụ gọọmenti yo, iri ya nwayọ, nwanne m ebukwa ya n'isi. One day, I got gị na ma ewo. EFCC chairman no dey for jail. Politician wey in the program enter for power.
Ewo. Probity. EFCC chairman stay there for jail. Even though you know they jail again. Politician way in the probe don't enter for power. That's true. The news that is making round from this afternoon is that of Sanwo-Iku in Lagos. They said that Sanwo-Iku is hearing the rumor that the EFCC will be arresting him after his tenure in 2027, and he will be probed, tried for diversion of public fund, which is kind of like prominent in Lagos. That's what they do. So what I just found odd is for Sanwo-Iku to sue the EFCC that they must not arrest him. They cannot arrest him or try him. But that's still 2027. This is 2024. Why would anybody sue anti-graft agency from arresting them? Or that's odd, isn't it? Like you can after you leave office, right, you can possibly go to the Nigerian corrupt judiciary to give you an order that will stop the EFCC from arresting you. People, they have done that. I've seen many of them who have done that before. Yeah, they will go and say EFCC should not arrest them. EFCC should not invite them. Alaye, you kind of diverted the public fund. You looted public fund. Why would you go to court and say, you should go to court and prove to them that I know you didn't? You don't go to court and say, please, court, stop them from arresting me in 2027. What kind of legal advice is that? It shocked me, I'm not like you, because I was like, that's new. Sanwo-Iku is or was Tinubu's nanny. The guy that is ensuring that the Pampers no leak. This is the one that is holding the hand of Tinubu Kolu. You remember that time? It's like his nanny. During the time of your campaign, during the charade, he was everywhere. He abandoned Lagos. He was following him everywhere. So why would Kolu, that is now your president, the one that appointed Olukayode as EFCC chairman, why would Kolu now want his own former nanny, Sanwo-Iku, to be investigated and be tried when there is, it is not Fubara. Is remitting money as at when due. Abi, they don't discover, say, Sanwo-Iku, they cheat, Oga. Because right now, Tinubu is just, just moved to Abuja 17 months ago. Sanwo-Iku don't they steal from Ogani Abibao? Because I don't understand. Why would Sanwo-Iku want EFCC not to try him in 2027? That is still like 2.5 years away. It's a little bit dodgy, isn't it? But it is Nigeria, so nothing really is supposed to shock me anymore. But I can still get shocked sometimes, okay? Like, I don't know. I've been asking myself this series of questions, like, True. I waited to see some of other media houses say something about it, and I'm like, oh my, it's true. He actually sued the EFCC that they must not arrest him in 2027. They cannot investigate him. They cannot. I was like, okay, something is not right. Now we are interested. Because some of the accusations against Sonwo Equity procurement in Lagos. They have robbed Lagos blind. Jesus Obaye. Ejon Belorun. Arodake. Ejon Belorun. Arodake. Ejon Belorun. Like you could talk and say, you did all of this? Say yes. And that's why they can't lose Lagos. Whatever it's going to take, they cannot lose Lagos. The day they lose Lagos, it will be like Pandora box. Lagos is a place where you'll be like, then kill this place. It will not just die. It is, it is the textbook definition of robbing them. But there's so much that they could cover enough to hide their robbery. Papa, Lagos is the richest state in Nigeria by IGR, this and that. It is also the shittiest place in Nigeria as well. If you compare how much money people actually get squeezed off. They have the worst set of roads. They have the worst set of infrastructure. If you go to the inner areas, it is like a shit town. No joke. Then you ask them, where's the money? No wonder this guy shook them to their marrow the last time. And the Ronokus, even the Ronokus that are not from Lagos, they hate him with.
In the first 100 days, we'll open up Lagos accounts, publish it, and ensure that everybody has access to line-by-line items of our expenditures, our procurements, and everything financially related to the state. And to be easy to access, unlike what is currently in the government where the website has been down for so long. We are going to ensure that we depoliticize the entire waste management system. We are extremely underserved. There are so many people that have not seen PSP trucks in years. We're going to open it to the private sector. So once you have a truck that meets the requirements, you can enroll very seamlessly and engage and start servicing the people. We're going to also deliver rail systems and ensure that it's carrying cargo and humans. We're going to dredge our waterways properly, and we're going to map out our seabed so that the private sector can actually get involved in water transportation. Currently, there is no data. Our local government structure is going to be robust. We're going to ensure we have potential governors as local government chairmen, not what is currently available, where it's just a place where they reward local party men. We're going to also ensure that we open up the Badagry division, the Crude division, and ensure that development goes into that area for leisure, for ecotourism, and also for to enlarge and lengthen the aquaculture value chain. Lastly, we're going to depoliticize the entire system of waste management. I've said that already. And if once we do this, the private sector can get in. And then transportation, the BRT lanes will be open to the private sector. Currently, it is politicized. And people have to wait for between 10 to 30 minutes for a bus to come. We need more buses. And we're going to open this to the private sector. If you have a bus that meets the requirements, you can use the BRT lane. The idea is that we're not going to have a government whose purse strings determine the level of development. We create an enabling environment for the private sector to actually get involved in infrastructure development.
It's not going to be private, it's private. They hate him with passion. Shinedu, you go see somebody from the backwater state like Ekiti, Oshun, and all these states across Yoruba land shouting their bigotry against that guy, all for Tinubu and his robbing gang. Now they are afraid of their own EFCC. Now they control them. Why would you go to just call Oga? Yes, sir. hear that they are investigating me. They said they want to. Out of all the debts, do you know that, Sha? All the debts of states, 36 states in Nigeria combined, Lagos State alone have 26% of the debts. Put it this way. Let's say all of the debts of the entire state, 36 states in Nigeria is put at, let's put it at 1 trillion. No, it's more than that. Let me use another figure. Let's say all the debt of the states in Nigeria is put at 20 trillion, right? It simply means that Lagos State alone is owing about 5.2 trillion of that money. One state out of 36. Ask them, where is the money? Oh, they have blue rail, red line, blue line. God damn it, man. Honestly. And then the entire municipal, the entire area. That's why I love Wahab. Every time I see their commissioner for environment, I kind of follow the guy on Twitter. I follow him on X. You know why? He's the only guy that shows us the real Lagos. Because every day he's busy with his guy, dismantling the shanties, dismantling and showing us all the inner areas. How much this one at Lagos? But at Lagos, so let's go fishing. I'll take you on a tour. Wahab.
Now, the tomorrow is so those are the two issues. The one, the downstream system. Upstream, but I'm not so that's why I tell you beginning of the channel. So to back to the no school. I was going fence, so we were able to clean that thing and at least I mandate it. So I want to definitely night to share a day. I know we're going to go any major.
Pack your load. Pack your load.
Vehicle is gonna leave behind, and then this week, and stops usually about the account section, which is there. But at the back again, you can use so they can have it together or go
yesterday we went to the office. And then
I don't know. If we go out through that road, you see that road slopes. So it's almost like bringing the water. It comes in through the gates there.
No, side the yacht. The main out for here to side and side the main out for Bushi Lorry. Oh, I want to yes. Yes.
That's why I like Wahab. So if by chance Wahab watches MaiyegunsDiary Politico, keep it up, mister. Because people are already saying that you are going to be one of the guys that will likely succeed Sanwo-Iku. So you are the ones who shows me Lagos, and you are the one who makes it easier for me to show others our Lagos. You know that I'm a Lagosian too. And now I'm a Lagosian too. Yeah, I was born in Lagos, raised in Lagos to some extent. I've got properties in Lagos as well. Even though like Wahab, like a Sanwo-Iku, we are from Ijebu. So I can be a Lagos State governor as well. Yeah, I can. The shit, what you got, the mega shitty that it will be built. Right? Interesting. I saw Ondo youth in Abuja. They were protesting against the INEC because they're having their own election next month. Like the Ondo people. These are supposed like Edo people. These are the Ondo youth protesting the removal of their own rec 20 days before elections in Abuja. Did you see those? Yeah, in Abuja, you can hire people to join your protest. Just pay them some money and they'll be there. They don't even have to understand where you come from or why you are in Abuja protesting. Just kind of like protesters for hire. So somebody came out to address them just to make it complete. Listen.
Before coming here, we appreciate you. It's a sacrifice for the country. As we are here, we are representing the commission. In fact, because of your importance, we are doing a commission meeting now. Right now, we are on commission meeting, and we abandon it to come and receive you on behalf of the chairman and the commission. So we want to appreciate the way you conducted yourself and came here to present your complaint. I want to assure you that INEC doesn't waver in whatever we do. We listen to you people and we listen to everybody. INEC has no political party. INEC has no candidate. We are here for the country. We operate based on rules and regulations. We are a child of the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. So let me restate the mission of INEC is to serve as an independent and effective election management body committed to the conduct of free, fair, and credible election in support of democracy. So we don't waver. We are for that, and we promise you we will never fail you. We have received your
nuisance, Lily. You know, it's an aberration. When somebody from INEC Nigeria tells you that they are the child of constitution and law. Ah, come on, spare us that, man. This chart will not be completed without sharing with you the latest from Bright Edafe, Bright till Bright, and his way of questioning suspects from Delta State. Bright till Bright.
I am SP Edafe Bright, and this is Delta State Police Command. I'm having this brief with a very painful heart, and a very bad taste, because these are young guys that are supposed to have a wonderful future ahead of them. They are all less than 30 years. And it pains me to tell you that they are all involved in murder cases. These two murdered a woman and the farm by trying to steal a motorcycle. This man here murdered his friend. Whatever they were dragging, he will tell us by himself. And this one murdered another man who, according to him, assaulted his mother, assaulted him. Then later he saw the man in the bush and used machete on the man. To save time, we'll be interviewing them bit by bit to save time. So we are coming to these two now. What is your name? Ekene. Ekene, you are from where? From Oliogo. Can you open your mouth? You are from where?
I'm from Oliogo.
Oliogo is where?
Oliogo is Delta. Oliogo.
Oliogo, where they for arrest you?
They arrest me at home, vigilante people.
Where now? The place now, Saple or where?
Oliogo.
Oliogo now under which local government?
Delta.
Delta na local government. You don't know your local government?
Ukwane.
Ukwane na local government now. You say you are from Ukwane local government. Who is this man here?
It's Stanley.
Stanley, who is it? Who him be to you?
It's my friend.
Okay, the woman who una kill so, where una for see the woman?
Na for bush.
For bush. I bet try the fast at the manage time. For bush. Wetin make una kill the woman?
When we reach there, the woman they walk. So this my brother. So when he started the woman.
Una they work for the woman, abi?
No,
okay.
No,
okay, the woman was working, una come see the woman, okay?
See the woman, yeah. The woman sit down.
Okay.
So chopping something. This young boy use this in shirt, put the woman for neck.
Strangle
her. So as the strangle her, now the woman fall down. So now the tears when they come out.
For the woman eyes.
Come say, "Ah boy."
The woman know her.
Him know am. It's yours. So now he come say, "Ah boy." The moment of that thing happen, this my guy wey dey strangle for ground. Use the cutlass hit her for head.
Oh, the guy come use the cutlass hit the woman for head.
Blood started flowing. So from that time, they tell me say man dey find the key of the bike.
The bike.
I dey find am.
Okay, so now that the woman for die, abi?
Yes.
Okay, so when I try to carry the bike, when I don't see the key of the bike.
Yes.
So now come on leave the bike.
Yes.
So how police come to arrest una? I hear say one of una go tell una mama say see what una do.
Na me.
Okay, now you go tell your mama say see what una do.
Yes.
So your mama come say una go meet.
Ma go meet vigilante.
Now vigilante come carry you go police station.
Yes.
So when una plan to kill the woman from the beginning before?
No, we no plan to kill the woman.
Una just want steal the bike. So when a boy they use rope, clothes they tie the woman for neck. Why you not stop her boy? Say don't be kill, won't kill this woman.
I tell am say why if this woman die? What you go do?
You tell am for inside the bush.
I tell am for inside the
bush.
So
wetin you come talk?
Him come talk say if you no kill am, he go cast us.
Okay, so he go cast you now.
Yes.
So how do you feel now as the woman don die?
I feel bad.
When tears dey come out from that woman's eyes before she die, how did you feel?
I feel bad.
You get mother, abi?
Yes.
If they do that thing to your mother, how you go feel?
I no go feel happy.
Yes. How old are you?
20 years.
How old are you?
20 years.
20 years. 20 years. And at 20 years old now, una don kill a woman, a mother, somebody you know. So when you dey strangle am, wetin make you dey strangle am?
Sir, you no go and kill the woman. You just go say mo just collect the bike and go.
But so wetin come make you kill the woman?
The woman just sir, it's by mistake.
Okay, na by mistake you take kill the woman. Okay, wetin be your name?
My name is Stanley.
Stanley, you are from where?
From Oriogo.
Oriogo in the same Ukwane local government area.
Yes, sir.
So how you take know that woman? How you know the woman before una go attack her? You know her before because you say she mention your name.
No, you mention my name. Who didn't just say a boy?
Why he call you a boy?
My name is Stanley.
Okay, he just call you a boy. Okay, the way that they call boys for that side.
My name is Stanley.
Okay, so okay, no problem.
Understand?
So you see what we are talking about. They are both 20 years old. Went to rob a poor woman.
Right. He's famous for his line of questioning. And as somebody said, Bright has found his own calling. He's supposed to be the PRO, public relation officer for the Delta State Police Command. So, and he has been feeding us with content of criminals that they have arrested at the state command. 20 years old young men killed a woman that they intended to rob. I'll leave you with that. So I'm going to take a short break. Then I'm going to come back to take calls. But just a quick reminder that the backup channel for the MaiyegunsDiary Politico is still growing. Thanks to all of you who have subscribed onto the channel. So now, to those of you who are hearing this for the first time, there is a backup channel for MaiyegunsDiary Politico, and it is called the MaiyegunsDiary Premium. So if you look for it online, on YouTube, it's right here. Just give me a subscription by just liking or subscribing to the channel. We've come under some, attacks, you say, on this platform that we almost lost this channel. We are not out of the woods yet, and we are beginning to build a backup that in case if anything happens, we would have a place to still congregate. So yes, that is the channel on your screen. Currently, we are at 1,197. By kind of hope that we'll get to 2,000 just before the end of, I wanted to say end of this year. That's long. We should be more than 2,000 by the end of this year. So we got over 1,000 subscribers within just 24 hours. And since then, it's been slowed down because a lot of you feels like, oh, it's not that important anymore, Charade. MaiyegunsDiary Politico is still hearing, is still broadcasting. No, it is very important, okay? So we are going to get to 100,000 on MaiyegunsDiary Politico any day, any time from now. But before that, let's begin to build up on this backup channel too. The link is in the comment section, thanks to African Wahala. But if you have to search for it during the break time, please do. Give me a follow there, okay? I am going to be back in a minute or two. And if you have to go as well, please like the broadcast and subscribe to my channel. Take me to that 100,000 organically. I'll see you in a minute or two. they speak it tongue. Thank you very much, everyone. So again, the line is opened, and I think I have my first caller already. Hello.
Maiyegun the general.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Maiyegun the general.
How you doing?
I greet you.
I greet you too. How your side?
Today what I get you.
Well, there's always that time if you don't give up on calling in, right? Even if you don't get me like all the time, there will always be that time that you will get through Shani. Now, person will not try, no they get in.
Don't be lie.
It's good to have you, Baba. Yeah.
My name Chigozie.
Solid, man.
I'm calling for Nigeria.
Oh, Chigozie.
For your comment.
Yes, sir. Go on.
You go see Chigozie, they want for that your comments for there.
Right. I they see him.
Yeah.
So now you be this, Baba.
Baba, I just want to say thank you for openly eye. Because no day is for Nigeria.
Tell me about it, man.
Even though we they try to open our eye, we still there gullible. We still believe all these politicians and our religious leaders. But I only say thank you because you try your best to open many people eye.
Thank you, Baba.
And our eye they open small. Baba say for this Nigeria way with the everything don't scatter.
Now they try.
And the way where they put us now, they put us in level where say just every day go hustle for your daily bread. No think about how you will take fight them. No reason how you take be productive.
Just
might be position where they put us for Nigeria.
Also chop. And then
also chop.
After. Chai.
What's don't chop? You okay? Thank God for that day.
Mommy, I don't chop. Others self never
I see
chop. So no time to even think and say, this will not be life. Oh. Can we gather together and change this situation? Now so?
I change the situation. Baba say this is where they do you know where Mazin and the Carlos start me I they see Mazin and the Carlos my best enemy that time.
Like because a maker. What did they do this guy? Why this guy they talk like this now?
For me, I say he just won't cause war for Nigeria that time. But around that time 2019, I can't follow up. Now I can understand the man. Before I come meet you that kind 2020, now I start to follow your page.
Right.
I can't still they follow you up. After we the arrest them, I can't they follow you up. Baba, this they happen for Nigeria, but only God not just they help us.
Chai. It is well.
Every day night is the case.
I know. It will be like you said, as long as people continue to know what is going on around them, it's just going to be a matter of time before everybody go.
Yeah.
Has to be done. No, we cannot continue like this. We never reach that critical mass.
Yes.
People. Yeah, a lot of people know what's in they go on. But not be a lot of people, not everyone is interested in changing it yet because some of them will say they don't even know how. But the moment we reach that critical mass be the level where we say the whole thing don't tire everybody. The massive number of people. Sure you get. Nobody go say, yeah, let's go. Before everybody go say,
and you know why we say we don't have to do it because they don't already put us into poverty so that we don't challenge them.
You get.
Because they don't say if you get one day go feel stand against them. So if they into poverty, you don't go feel fight them now. You go the reason why to always fight these people.
For example,
but if you do okay, you still gather many people.
And I see people will be say we gather campaign for Bokwari that time. Some of them, they had jobs. Some of them get business. Everything they told them that time, they get small resources, right, in their mind to chase Jonathan. Today, people have become so wrecked, that the only thing that matter now, where the next meal go come from. About waiting we go chop this evening. About waiting we go chop tomorrow. They are telling
everybody
no day. It can't be like say, oh, see, waiting we go chop this night.
I say that I think last 2 weeks were like low. They just like the whole Nigerian either light load. They like 3 days.
And now
I buy 5 later 3 days. 80,000 just 3 days. 3 days 80,000. Don't go like that. You can't check how many go buy like a month. Huh? But I just want to say thank you. You are trying.
We go keep pushing until we get that number.
A good time I will still call you. Go.
Bless you, Chigozie. You take a
I will still come to with one another.
You have a good one, Baba. So that's Chigozie there calling in from Nigeria. I think it would rather not say where exactly, and I don't think it does really matter, right? So thank you so much, everyone. I have seen your hands. You have taken it now to over 1,200 subscribers on the backup channel. Please, let's keep it coming. Let's keep it rising and all of that, okay? And also on MaiyegunsDiary Politico here, I have a number which is that with an extra 164 subscribers, this channel will hit 100,000 mark. It's not a big deal to some, but it is a big deal here when we finally hit that and pass it. I don't know who is going to be the 100,000 subscriber of MaiyegunsDiary Politico, okay? But I am looking forward to it. And I kind of can feel like that should be something we'll meet in another few days. Maybe another 3-4 days. Yeah, we'll be above that 100K. And yeah, I would expect it to be given the plaque. Is it called a plaque or so? Anyway, thank you. So hang on. No. The line itself is a little bit acting up. So if you want to be part of the conversation tonight, it is ideal for you to keep, redialing, okay? And that could be you, the next person on the line. 1 sec.
My name is Nnamdi. The reason why we're here today is to protest the killing of innocent women and children, and men for that matter, all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy, we are not pleased with what is happening, and that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families, people who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government through the High Commissioner that what is happening in the country is unacceptable, and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent disintegration of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done. And the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mileage in where they're going. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can cower people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace. We are asking for people to get together. We are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the International Community for peace. The one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 1967 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country
is like a prophet. I have seen so many conspiracy theories that are rising online right now. Oh, is being sponsored by CIA, is sponsored by so. It's the one who brought the insecurity in the East and all that stuff. And they are kind of, these conspiracy theories, they are ignoring the political criminals of Eastern Nigeria, who actually publicly paraded people they gave gun to, right? In their efforts, to go after the supposed young people demanding for a referendum for Biafra. Here is a caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, ma.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun.
Ma, how are you?
Well done. Yeah, I'm good. Well done. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Go on.
Honestly, I don't know how you're doing this thing because even watching you, all these things, and you're saying everything that is happening over there. Even watching is like it's sort of mental torture to
You
me.
know, it's
You know?
stress on its own. You see, yesterday when I was here last night, at a point I just have to be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go now. I couldn't continue myself. Yeah.
Training.
You know, sometimes it's like I have to do it. We all need to know what's
Yeah, you have to. You're doing it. Yeah, exactly. We appreciate you. That we just don't know how you're doing it. Honestly, I don't know how you're doing it. To be honest, come to that Moscow. Or what is his name? The apology.
Alex.
Yes, Alex. That apology, and yeah, I don't take that. I don't. That is not an apology.
No.
You know, because it's like, oh, he did that thing and he did it intentionally, and he was even like trying to defend himself, like say he was provoked. Who provoked him?
Exactly.
He said he was provoked. Yeah. How did he provoke? How? I've moved on. Really? Just like that? Is that an apology? To me, I don't know of any other person, but my own opinion, that's not an apology.
No, it's not.
And even we need these people. They need to know that there should be consequences for everyone's action.
Exactly.
Yeah, even when you say yeah, you apologize, and that apology is accepted, but there should be consequences. You don't just do things and believe, and once it's like that, and you come out and say this and that,
So I say
all
sorry.
this
That's
rubbish.
enough.
Yeah, and that is it. No. The person you did that to, even animal, you don't do that to animal.
No.
Honestly. You
The
don't.
trauma is gonna be with that guy forever. Let's be honest.
Forever. And you believe you come out and say, yes, I was provoked and yeah. And they just like that.
I was provoked.
No, that's
I
not
am human.
because I had to. I'm human. I was provoked. So let's just forget it and we move on. Wow, just like that. No, and you know, if you remember this Senator Dido, what's his name? Was Lambo Abo. Yeah, if you remember what he did as well.
Yes.
You know that he slapped a lady.
Repeatedly.
Yeah, he slapped a lady. Repeatedly in that shop, inside that shop. Right? He did that. This is how it just happened, and people were like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then the other day, what happened? It was swept under the carpet. Nothing happened.
No.
And remember this guy, well, Alex as well, he said, I will do that and nothing will happen.
And now, he said,
right?
my name is, so yeah, record me.
And
make you disappear.
Yes.
You this rat, you this monkey.
Yes, I'll pay 50 million. Yes.
And he said it was provoked.
So,
are you being serious, man?
No. It's not acceptable, honestly. So all these things they're saying, that country, I must be saying, you said something, you said you don't think you can survive in that country. I don't think they can survive in that country the way it is, except if everything has changed back and everything normalized, because that country now, everything in that country is like evil.
I'm telling you.
The way they think, look at these guys. They wanted to steal someone's bike and they killed the person that day in the farm, a woman. And they said the woman was crying. And they still went ahead and killed the woman.
Yes.
Just imagine.
For a
see
bike,
how the killing is going.
Probably all those ladies' bike, ma. You know those ladies' bike, all those small green bike.
Yes.
They are usually very popular in that part of Nigeria, Delta, all that, right? They use them for farming.
Exactly, so they farm. Exactly.
They killed the woman for it. And they left the bike.
They killed the woman. Exactly. I don't know if you heard about a boy as well in his school. In the school, that the teachers, they beat that teacher.
That one in Ogun State too.
That boy in Ogun State.
You beat a child.
So,
what kind of animal is that? Beat a child until he gives up.
And they killed that boy. And they killed that boy. So what are we talking about? This thing is like, why? Are these people really human beings? Are they really human beings? What is the way forward? Is there any hope for us in that country? What is happening to us?
No chance.
Is there any hope? I pity everyone, those people that are there and they've turned them to be animals. All of them too. It's like they're just like living a life like they wake up in the morning and anything. They don't care. They don't value life. They don't value life. There's nothing like.
See, a lot of people are living with some terrible trauma, and they are just aggression.
Look at
that musician that was shot and killed too. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. He was still performing for you, and you shot him 8 times.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So what are we talking about? Is that a lie? What is going on in that country? And look at what they are saying about the Dangote thing and the fuel. Oh my God. How did we get here? And I will say something to the people now. People, this is what tribal and whatever land them, because this is what we were telling them way before the election about this particular Tinubu. If you're going to choose your head, right, and you believe you can just choose anyone, the person that is like, if you look at all his whatever they call it, you can't even see anything like good about this man.
No integrity,
you know, and you see nothing good about this man. Everything he does is like he doesn't even care for anybody, and you went ahead because of Yoruba, and you went ahead and chose him, and then, we're not complaining. I don't get it. See where it is landed up. So what are we talking about? Honestly, I'm sorry. Honestly, let me just.
It is really tiring and exhausting. Right? Like you said, even though those of you will sit down to watch, when you begin to process the entire scenarios, I mean, you can be like. I mean, I've had people told me that sometimes they just have to stay away from my program for like weeks, so that they can keep their sanity together, because every expose on MaiyegunsDiary Politico always put them on the edge where they begin to ask that, oh, what is really going on? What kind of life is this? Right?
There you go. You know about this thing, what is it? Tax, right?
Yep.
Now they want to be collecting tax from people market people.
Yes.
Right? They want to be collecting. Everybody must pay tax. These people are crazy.
Those who are doing
They are mad.
If you don't pay, you can be arrested or your stuff can be confiscated. They will take your stuff away.
Imagine what is happening. See, life is not hard enough for these people. Why are they making life miserable for all these people? How much tax do you want them to pay? I think that money, I know he always comes here. Probably the people that see him here, they are telling him, oh, but because they pay tax no matter what. No, that is not true.
No.
There's some business, there's some wages that you don't pay tax on. That's your tax.
Subsidy
You
here,
work that.
All these abroad, they pay subsidy. They pay subsidy on some certain things because if there are no subsidy, but they are telling them in Nigeria that no subsidy again is for your own good. But they are buying themselves expensive stuffs, going on vacation. They are going all around the world with your money.
Oh my God. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. Okay. My regards to what's son? I forgot. Agbeke. My regards to Agbeke and the children. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Okay.
All right.
Yes,
thank
you. Have a good one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
So, people should understand that Tinubu and this APC, they came to do three things: to steal or to rob you, okay, to destroy and then to kill. And this is what they represent. If you live to tell the story, you are lucky. Like they say in Nigeria, oh, bonne, lucky. Here is old up. Hello, sir. Did I get you or did I sort of miss you? Okay, it's going to be either of the two. Maybe you should try back, okay? So again, ladies and gentlemen, remember, you can still give me you can still give me a follow on MaiyegunsDiary Premium. See, the number has grown from 1,090, 1,190 something to 1,200 and something. I don't know what that is. That's something. Let me refresh it. So it is like here too. All right. This is our backup channel. We must try and grow it. Okay. Yeah, I have not put so much content on it, so to say, but there will be more content going on to that channel soon as well. Okay. Yeah. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
This is old up.
That's old up. How are you today, sir?
I'm fine. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that at least we're off the hook for now with your videos that was.
You mean the strikes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are not out of the woods yet. Okay, there is one more strike left now, and then we are hoping that by the end of next week, right? That too should be off, and then that should be also off the danger zone completely. But again, I appreciate everyone so far. Though.
I think.
Go on.
Yeah. I think each time each time you're online like this, the other one should also be online so that it both will work
people can have access to. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Some people just decide to let me watch from Maiyegun Politico Premier, or I watch
so you can choose where to watch. Okay. Yeah. Well, fair enough. I would like to do that.
Yeah. So, what I want to say today is that when a leader is elected or anybody who is meant to take office, they've already failed when they started when they start to use the tactics of rigging and all, because the people who did the rigging for them knows, so they can hold them. They know that they got into office in a crooked way.
Yep.
So they won't be able to do or dispose their duties properly. So that means the foundation is faulty. So there's no way a president or whoever it is that holds public office would ever succeed. Are you getting? Am I making any sense?
No, you are. You know what somebody told me? Nobody that rigs himself into any office, whether it is local government, whether it is governor or president, is coming to serve you. That should be known by everybody. Here you get. Most of people think that it is going to be your interest. Once it gets there, you are the most deluded person ever, because it's not anybody that is paying you to occupy any office. It's not coming to serve you. It will show you. And Tinubu is a good example.
Yes, and then he plays it accordingly. I mean, he's playing it rightly now because he bought the whole thing for himself. So, and he believes that he is a transactional thing, that he has to get his money back, because I'm pretty sure the man, they really extort him. They really,
imagine now, Asari said he spent $2 million. Where did he see $2 million? Somebody gave him 300 million naira. Where did that one see 300 million naira? What's in Asari they sell for election?
Yeah. So there's no way a leader like that can ever do anything good. So that's why he's taxing everybody now as much as he can to get, as much as he can before. It might be too late for him. It might be, they might, because the hardship, you don't know what is around in the corner coming tomorrow. Even every night, every day, they are scared, because the amount of hardship that is affecting people now.
Subjected to.
Okay. Yeah. So there's no way, they can ever do good. I've got another thing that I wanted to say, but I think I've forgotten already. But that's just what.
It's good to hear.
That's just what I want to say.
It is really good to hear from you. Hold up. You have a very good evening, sir. Thank you so much. I have another caller, and I think I'm also going to be finishing early this night as well. A lot of you are just getting used to the time change as well. I know. For those who live in the UK, no problem. To others, it is a little bit above your regular time now. Sure, so I get it. But let's keep at it this way. Here is Prince Adebayo from Sweden. The Prince.
My king.
Prince
my king.
Adebayo from Sweden. How are you today, sir?
My king, I'm good. My king.
Fantastic. Good to hear from you.
I was listening to the show. I didn't want to come in. I was just listening as usual because it's my normal tonic.
Right.
Morning and night.
Right.
But when one boy said something here, I just burst into laughter. I say, let me come on. The guy said the only thing they are doing now is they are walking and chopping. Have you had it?
It's like, I understand. See, I kind of understand what it means, okay? It's like, if you have anything to do that can feed you for now, stick to it.
Yes.
Anything after that is extra.
Baba, they are now working extra to see food. And then once they hustle, they will now eat. There's no time again to go and clamor for change of government. To gather and meet, no time, And that's what this government actually wants, Baba.
That's what they've achieved.
The information I want to pass is that that's nowhere. You see, this government they always inherit the bad behavior of the past one, and then they will now add their own bad behavior. Exactly. So the last one, during the Jonathan and all these old times, they used to steal money, but they will do half project. Then Buhari taught everybody that you don't need to do anything. You just borrow the money, take it. The money will disappear. No project. Now, this one came in now. Apart from the money will disappear, no project. They are even coming to take your land, and they are bringing tax to you. You can see now that because you are not stopping them before, they are now coming into you. Very soon, they will come into your house and say, if you make a bar.
See, you have been saying this one, or that very soon they will just say, this house, you need to move out. We are taking this house.
You need to move out. I'm telling you. Yes, that's what I'm going to that now.
They are demolishing people's houses and they'll tell them to go to court.
Yes. They will tell you to go to court.
With all your paper. And say, this is my paper. We have all the documents.
Exactly.
Demolish the house.
Baba. Exactly, Baba. You know what is happening? What is happening is they are replacing the people with new, different people. What happened in Morocco in those years?
Yeah.
It's happening in different guys. There's this book called A Land Without People for People Without Land. That's what is exactly happening in Nigeria. What's happened in the way they put, you know that Israel, if you go through the history of Israel and that place where they find themselves, you know that that's just a story they just made up to put Israel in that place. People can be saying it's in the Bible. Who wrote the Bible? That's what is happening in Nigeria. They are rewriting Nigeria right now. They are taking out the poor. They are replacing them with the rich. One day, these people who are now middle class, they will become the poor, the new poor, and they will now be in IDPs. Why the land? There's exactly what you think this.
You'll be meeting about. And they will say, "Oh, I used to have a house. Oh, I used to have a property in this body south. And that's how I ended up in."
Exactly.
But you don't look like somebody who wants to have a house. So say, I used to have a house.
Exactly. You see this? Exactly. You see this middle class that is remaining now. They are the future poor people. The government is creating new poor people. They're stealing land, and then the country will now be owned. Like, you know, it is all the the Saudi Arabians and all that. Yeah, exactly. That's where we are heading to. Because you cannot stop them now. You can see the progression. It has been constant from the PDP days to Buhari. Buhari will shock everybody because nobody believed that they could money could just disappear and they could tie our people anyhow. They are tying people anyhow during their time. It continued now, and guess what? The one that is here now is a civilian. No, it's not like he's a military guy. No. But things are still happening like we are in military zone. That's to tell you that it has been continuous. They are replacing the middle class. They are pushing them to be poor. Why they are taking? Go and look at Lekki. You see, these people have this place. This company have this. All those places were people's ancestral lands that they converted to. Now they are changing laws to mean that you cannot own land. You cannot do this. Your ancestral land
is the owner of the land.
There is government.
When the weekend just told them today, right, that if you fail to pay your land use charges, they will take over your house. He just said that today.
Something your ancestors fought for.
Me, I bought got my CFO. I built my house. The government says the land is not mine. How?
You see? How?
In Africa, land is our inheritance. Land means a lot.
So everybody has land. Everybody has land in Africa. But they are changing the law.
They said, no, it's not your own.
Yes. It is because, Baba, you know why?
Why?
Because Nigeria has never had statistics. They will never give us statistics because in saner climes, the people who carry the fight are the middle class. Poor people don't carry the fight. They don't start the fight. The middle class and some rich. But because but because you don't have statistics, the poor cannot gather because the poor are not documented. You are all the poor people are all self-employed, and self-employed people are not documented like the middle class. The middle class are documented, so they can actually fight for increased salary. People who are self-employed, what do they fight for? So nothing is uniting them. Everybody is fighting individual race. They wake up today, they go and hustle. That's what that boy is saying. Hustle and chop. The hustle is now too much. That the chop is now little. So if they finally chop, they will go and sleep. You understand? No points of connecting themselves. And they are the masses. There are many, there are more, but they cannot connect and unite because they are fighting individual race. Before you gather, you first belefuna.
That's right.
You understand? And the middle class,
now
they
it's
are
coming
in
for all of them
cahoots.
now. Whatever you think you
Yes.
also to get, you must give Ogas more from it.
You must give Ogas more. And the middle class are in cahoots with the government because you see the way they were happy that that minister left. Those criminals, they are all corrupt people. Because that minister is not letting them chop. So see how they are jubilating. Is that not a crime in itself? Criminals jubilating that the bigger criminal was sacked.
Chai.
Baba,
Prince.
Well, the problem plenty. The problem plenty.
So
the problem plenty. If they can gather.
The diasporans.
Yes, now. Yes, now. Be man, you're so slap, but boy, anything. They fucking jolly, you know. Therefore, don't burn in your face. These people are, you are forgiving everybody. You are forgiving. And you are from Abuja, kill and Joe there. People come up for there, but they cannot unite. They don't, because they are scared. You are more, you are plenty, you are the battalion, but you are scared. If you gather together, they will run. Big man, you have to share example. Burning, you just come up for road. Then no could see the next person will go. When you know, gather like this, I don't like so many things don't need to be waiting for Jesus. That is Jesus, you know. Don't say you back on you.
Even Jesus no be gentleman. No. Remember what he did to.
He's not a gentleman. Yes, now.
Some of the Jesus people that they carry lebe. Remember that time when they said something to Jesus, and before you know it, they don't come out in here. Say, "I've been waiting here." But today,
it's because the people are not.
They are like, if you slap me left, I will turn the right one. Now, so we get time.
It's because the people have not realized that they are the owners of the land. That's why they will come up to you for your land. You will go there beg wicked. If they don't come, if one person don't throw spear for your head there. I go to the place. You need to unite now. Now plenty pass out of 200 million people. Yeah. Only less
you
than.
Remember talking about
10,000 people.
You remember this rice pyramid in Abuja? Where is the rice today? Now so does the This is what they used for. See, loan of 2.4 trillion naira, where African Development Bank loan. They say that they put them on top agriculture. Most of the farms have been taken over by Fulani terrorists, by Boko Haram. So now them harvested dito. They can't say when Buhari was leaving. They say they don't build the rice pyramid for Abuja. Now Buhari left. Rice no day, food no day. Where is the rice? Nigeria is in front of that loan still.
The people of Nigeria, the people are the problem. But the rice, even if they're born enough for this thing, are not the rice. For what?
Thank you so much.
When we can take people down, if they don't throw something for your head.
Baba, go mind this. If he escapes that, you know. Anyway, thank you very much, Prince. You take it easy, Baba. We'll keep telling them. Thank you. That's Prince Adebayo from Sweden. Again, I have another. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, ma. How are you?
How are you today?
I'm very.
I am good.
Thank you.
You see, Maiyegun, I said it sometime last year before, I think after the election.
Right.
I said one thing about the worst government you have. We have two types of armed robbers. The robber that will cover their face when stealing. Those ones comes at night.
That wear mask. Right.
And they wear masks. With those ones, there might still be chances of repentance because they have something to protect.
Right.
But you see these armed robbers that comes in the afternoon without wearing masks. There was a time back then in Nigeria when I went to I was going towards my tour and I met robbers on the streets. Some ladies, they stole in one of the banks there. Right. And she was just stood at the middle of the express. She didn't cover her face and they were shooting guns.
Oh.
That was far back to year 2000. And I was, wow. People like that, they don't care about anything. They don't care about repentance. But that is,
identifying them or seeing them.
Yeah, do your worst. This is our face. This is all we're up to. If you want to go and die in the lagoon, die in the lagoon. We don't give a bloody damn.
No.
That is what APC is doing. And when the government is behaving like that, they are ready to clear anything clearable to achieve their aim. I said it, somebody just said my mind, and I know I've said it there before when the person said that Tinubu spent a lot and he has not finished paying his debt. And you know that guy, when once he spends, he will want to get times multiple of what he spent. Remember, he has a daughter that has spent too. Daughter will bring her own proposal, how much he spent. Son will bring his own proposal, how much he spent. Wife will bring his own proposal on how much. So they will gather the wealth. After gathering it, they will why they have spent, they have corrupt so many, so with their gang. Their gang, they will give them ministerial appointment. They too will steal their own until everybody has gotten the fair share. So Nigeria should just not look up to that we are looking at in 4 years' time. Nothing is happening. These ministers is reshuffling now. Another set of people, I said it the other time, another set of people will come, they will compensate those ones, they will allow those ones to steal. After allowing those ones to steal, those ones will steal their own and go. And this thing, I want, what's his name? What do they call it? Help to come and sue EFCC. Why they are the government that is EFCC themselves? They're just giving us a strategy that Tinubu is going to use if he's going to leave that office.
Because the EFCC they said EFCC is investigating it for diversion of public fund. And we all know that the Lagos State wallet, the Lagos State purse was totally open for Tinubu for that election. They opened it. It was just drawing it and drawing it and drawing it. So why would the EFCC now be probing Sanwo-Olu now and suing them when it's not even 2026? This is 2024.
So Sanwo-Olu cannot tell me that when his father is the president of the nation that he's scared of EFCC. Now, there are two things that are involved in this thing. Right. And what the two things that is involved is that either the man and the seat is not going to last till 2027. So he wants to gather himself before that 2027.
Right. And second, another thing that a court order that will protect him.
Before that, now that his guy is still alive. Another thing that is going to happen is that if his organ still meets it till 2027 and he does not get it, because I know that even the military, they are angry now. It's obvious there's a silent build up somewhere that is building up. So they too, they are scared. Why they are eating, they are scared. So this their president, T-Pain, according to them, will now the same route Sanwo-Olu took is the same route he will take to protect himself after he goes down. That if there is no outbreak of war. Then another thing I want people to observe, the whole money they've been collecting, they don't collect it to do anything.
No. I mean, if they are collecting all these taxes and they are using them on the people,
they will not impose
it on citizens. But no.
Yes, after putting it for themselves, they will not impose taxes on citizens to stop paying their luxurious life. Nigerians should know that Nigeria should know that they will continue paying that luxury life, bro. They will continue. This is just the beginning. Let's not just go. This is just the beginning. Now, another thing I want to talk about that is not part of what we've discussed here today.
Go for it.
Because this is my personal concern.
Right.
You are in UK, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm in America. Most of us here, we are out of the country.
Yeah.
And we are enjoying the Western world are giving us. No, it's not people that like what they are doing, but at least, as far as I'm concerned, they give me a better life than what my country is giving me. Because they are not giving me a better life, and I'll be here.
You're right.
I don't know if you understand me.
I do.
Whatever they are claiming they have done to us, yes, it's true. They allowed them to do it to us. Because I know that last year, the foolish Minister of Communication wrote a book last year and launched that and told us that Buhari is a good man.
Yes.
So my great-grandchildren woke up and read that book and still say that Buhari is a good man. Not that Buhari is a bad man. Are you getting my point?
I am with you.
It is what they told us that we are listening to. We don't know what they went there to betray us on. Now, we are not the only part of the world that they have colonized. But people they colonized, they got them because they stood for themselves. So it is we ourselves that refuse to stand for ourselves out of our own greed. If you do not allow an outsider to come into your house to damage your house, an outsider will not come into your house to damage your house. So they gave room for that because of their greed and desperation. Now I want to ask one question. People are we in Nigeria keep on saying it. I don't know, me, I do a lot of deep thinking. That's my problem at times. We Nigerians and Africa, we always jump at surface things. We jump at things that look so glittering. We don't even look behind it. We don't dig deep. What is the process? Yes, we don't look at the process. We look at the end. Now people are forming bricks. It's true that they're forming bricks. People are saying, let's go to bricks. Let's go to this. I want to ask us one question.
Right.
The question I want to ask us is, the people in these bricks, how do they govern their citizens? Are they dictators in their country? Are they the one that will tell you not to go to internet? Are they the one that will tell you don't have the right to speak? Are they the one? Look, there's nothing as good as freedom of speech in this world.
That's right.
If they take your voice away from you, you are finished as a nation. There's something I saw today. I don't know if it's true or if it's lie, but I don't even know how I come across that thing. How I think Afghanistan, they stopped their women from hearing a fellow woman's voice. I don't know if that is true.
Say that again.
There's a caption I saw either in Instagram or Twitter.
Right.
I don't know where I saw it. I was just passing through and I just saw it and the thing went off.
Just a flash. And what did he say?
They said there's a law they are trying to put. A law.
Yep.
That is coming up. I think is it Afghanistan or somewhere that women are not mandated to hear the voice of another woman.
Well, if
a woman is praying,
it's already
if a woman is praying,
yeah, they stopped.
If a woman is praying,
go to school because before the Taliban came back, you know the Talibans are the ones who took over the place about 3 years ago.
Exactly,
you know that,
exactly.
Yeah, Buhari gave them money, Nigeria money. He gave them $5 million and $5 million.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. I haven't heard about other places, but yeah,
I'm coming to where I'm going to.
Right.
You know, if a woman is praying, another lady is coming, she should close her mouth.
Oh, okay.
Another lady should not hear her voice.
I haven't seen
and
that
they were
yet.
debating on the Taliban. They were debating on if they will allow such to happen or not. And I was asking myself question: is this the kind of people Nigeria wants us to be like?
Hi.
Is it the kind of culture or the kind of lifestyle they want us to live in Nigeria? And now
with
this got my
Sharia, with this terrorist pushing Sharia, well, that's exactly what they want for us.
I just went and scanned China. I scanned Russia.